Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, very nice to be here. I don't really go out much anymore, to be honest. I don't get many invites, to be fair. Just stay at home, just do nothing, don't go anywhere. My carbon footprint is disgustingly small, very embarrassingly small carbon footprint. I do things to try and ramp it up a little bit. Just put my recycling in the wrong fucking bins, just anything to get. I don't go out anymore. I don't trust people. I've become very. No, you can't trust anyone anymore. Can't even trust the Dalai Lama, can you? You can't. You can't trust the Dalai Lama. You know, he just seemed like a sweet, eccentric little man, didn't he? In his fucking orange robe and his sandals, and that was exactly it. That was distracting the fucking nonce element of who he is. That was. It's the orange robe. The sandals, the shit-eating grin everywhere he goes. But you take that away, he's classic nonce. If you gave him an anorak and a pair of Reebok Classics and then stood him at a bus stop just outside a school with a puppy and a bag of Haribo Star Mix, absolute fucking nonce every time. I don't know. Well, yeah, most of you know I'm not really gigging. I don't really do gigs. I'm still on the naughty step because if you don't know the story, which most of you do, I thought of a joke and I put it on Twitter and then people got outraged and it all spiraled out of control. And the next day, The Sun and the Daily Mail were calling me a racist, which is difficult to take seriously. It's a little bit like. A little bit like Gary Glitter calling you a paedophile, isn't it? It's a bit. I don't know. It's just not a great time for white guys, is it? It's not a great time, isn't it? The cultural narrative, as we all know, is that white blokes have been in charge of everything for hundreds of years, and they've fucked everything up, and it's time for white blokes to step back and shut their mouths. And that's bad news for me because this is all I've done since I was 20, in my early 20s, and me making a living depends on me not shutting the fuck up. The less I shut the fuck up, the better I seem to do. That's how it seems. It's a tough, and I apologise. I apologise for my white male privilege. I understand that as a pasty, anemic. Creepy face, squeaky voice, 5'8", scrawny, ginger beta male. I have never, will never, could never know what it's like to be discriminated against. I'm fully aware of that. So I'm sure you can all fully appreciate me growing up ginger in the 90s. It was an absolute fucking fairy tale. It was very much the alpha males of our time, no discrimination whatsoever. Tough time for white blokes, and I am very fucking white. I'm really white, that's the trouble. As white people go, I'm pretty fucking... 9 months a year I'm translucent, the other 3 months I'm sunburnt. That's how it is. Really fucking white. I'm on the borderline between ginger and albino. I don't know what the fuck I am. Every summer holiday, my mum would make me go and play outside all day, which, in most scenarios, that's good parenting. But when you've got a ginger kid, it's child abuse. It's child abuse. Very white. I'm very white. I used to get home late at night from gigs, walk into the bedroom, my partner would wake up, see me and shit herself because she thought it was an apparition. That's how... So white I am, very fucking white, and tough time for white men, tough time for ginger men, and we were doing all right, the ginger men, and then Prince Harry started going off the rails, and we really started to slide down the social hierarchy. The only way things could get worse for ginger blokes at this point if Ed Sheeran turns out to be an nonce. That's the only... And you know, we all know what happened to Harry, why he went off the rails. It's because he's got a hot wife. I mean, she looks hot. She's 8 out of 10. You look at her, and then she opens her mouth, instantly a 2. That's the... Talk to her for 10 minutes, suddenly you've turned gay. That's the power of the woman. This is the power. I can fully imagine talking to Meghan Markle, a man in his 40s, a lifelong heterosexual. After 15 minutes, I'd be thinking to myself, I would sooner have a big fat cock up my arse than listen to another word coming out of your stupid fucking mouth. Sorry about that. I don't think she's that bad. I think his family are not that bad. He doesn't like his family. I think they're fine. I think the problem in Harry's life are his publishers. I think they're the evil people in his life. He wrote that fucking dreadful book where he boasted about killing 25 Taliban. I can only assume he was telling them about his difficult childhood and they all died of laughter. I think that's must be... But these publishers, Penguin and HarperCollins, I think, I don't know, absolutely no duty of care to their client whatsoever. At some point, he's sitting in a room with these fucking publishers. They've read a manuscript for his book, and he said to them, "So, this bit where I talk about my frostbitten penis and rubbing Elizabeth Arden cream into my frostbitten penis, and at the same time, I'm thinking about my dead mum. What do you think of that?" That's great, Harry, leave that in. That's fantastic prose. We probably use that in the marketing, mate, to be honest. Don't think it's a little bit too much? Don't think it could backfire on me? No, I wouldn't have thought so, Harry. We've all been there with a frostbitten penis and the dead mum and the Elizabeth Arden cream. It's relatable. It's relatable. Jeremy Clarkson got in trouble, and he wrote that article in The Sun, that humorous article slagging off Meghan Markle, and he got in trouble. And astonishingly, Jeremy Clarkson apologised on social media. Astonishing, really. I'm so sorry for that article in The Sun, exactly the same sort of article The Sun publish every fucking day. I'm so sorry about that article I wrote for The Sun, which I passed on to an editor, which they approved for publication. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about that article in The Sun, in the same style as I've been writing in for the past 3 fucking decades. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. None of you could possibly have known when you opened the Sun newspaper and read an article by me, Jeremy Clarkson, that you might stumble upon something slightly objectionable. I can only apologise. And I think I'm right in saying that he lost his show. Amazon Prime cancelled his programme about the farm, which is, fair enough. Amazon are very ethical people. You can tell by the... way they treat their warehouse staff. They're great, they're good people. And Jeff Bezos, the Amazon guy, you see pictures of him occasionally. Jeff Bezos, jacked up on steroids, stood on a £500 million super yacht, surrounded by East European models. You think, there is a guy who's really kept his feet on the ground. That's a man who hasn't let the success go to his head. He's not I don't know. It's a tough time. It's a tough time for the white ginger people. Tough time for old white ginger people. 43. I'm 43. It's just old. If you don't think 43 is old, it's because you're older than 43. They say age is just a number. That's true. The bigger the number, the older you are. You're old. You're old. Who's older than 43? Yeah, you don't sound like you've got long left. You don't. Ginger people don't age well. Every year that goes by, I look more and more like someone's trampled on a fish finger. That's, Physically, I'm deteriorating. I know I'm deteriorating physically, but you tell yourself mentally, I'm still as sharp as I've ever been. It's a lie. I went for a dog walk yesterday, got to the park, walked through the gates, hadn't got the dog with me. For fuck's sake! I'm old. Don't care about anything anymore. No. Don't enjoy anything. I don't enjoy anything. Oh, that's a few things I enjoy. I'll tell you what I enjoy. I like to see a beautiful couple, like a handsome man and a beautiful woman step out of an expensive car, impeccably well-dressed, dazzling smiles. That's what I like to see. And then from the back of the car, two of the ugliest children you've ever seen. That's what I like. Beautiful people with ugly children. I love it. I love it. Just makes me feel like there's some sort of balance in the universe. Like nature is fundamentally fair and even-handed. That's what I enjoy. What else do I like? I don't really enjoy much. I enjoy thinking about death. I plan my funeral. I'm not having one. Why would I? I'm not paying for that. I don't like social gatherings. At the best of times, I'm certainly not paying for one. I'm not actually going to fucking be out. I'm not going to pay. I've told my family, get one of those big metal bins, put it in the middle of my garden, tip me inside, fucking burn me. And when it's finished, scoop up all the ashes in their envelope, send them to HMRC, because they've already had everything else out of me. Fuckers might as well have that. You know what I mean? Highest fucking tax rates in 70 years. Things are so bad in this fucking case. If things get any worse in this country, at some point, Somalia are going to have a telethon for us. That's how bad. Things have got fucking depressing. And I don't know. I don't know. I like a few things I enjoy. I like to go on Facebook and look up kids I went to school with when I was a kid who made fun of me because I was ginger. I like to look them up and find out how many of them have gone bald. That's my... Because that's a real strength I've got as a ginger man in his 40s. Most men in their 30s, 40s terrified of going bald. I simply don't give a fuck. I don't know how bad going bald is, but it can't be worse than being ginger. It can't be. I hate nothing worse than going to the hairdresser for me. I walk into the hairdresser, instant look of disappointment on their face when they see me. Can't do anything with that. I know you fucking can't, but try your best. I sit in the chair and they try their best, and then at the end they hold their mirror up because they want validation. Now, what the fuck do you want from me? It's ginger when I came in, it's ginger now. Fuck all you can do. I might as well walk around with a fucking turd on my head. Don't enjoy anything. I am that's old, and I don't know. I enjoy seeing like a Bentley or a Range Rover broken down on a hard shoulder on the motorway. That's all. I like to see people who can afford a better car than I can having a shittier day than me. That's what I like. Unlucky dickhead, should have got yourself a 2015 Kia Sportage. I don't know. I don't enjoy anything. I don't know. Old. I'll tell you who is old. My dad. Tell you how old my dad is. He's so old, he's dead. Yeah, that's how old. I love my dad. I miss my dad. He's a very generous man. He left my sister and I each $5,000 in his will. Only problem was he didn't have that money in his bank account. That's the... There's a nice thought, it's a nice gesture. It's an empty gesture, but it's a nice gesture. I love my dad, miss my dad. He was very generous man. He'd always give people his time. They didn't want it, but he forced it on them. He's a big talker. He loved to talk, not conversation. Just a speech, just a monologue, a bit like this. He didn't leave any gaps for communication. He'd just start talking. He didn't know when he was going to finish. He'd just start talking and fucking carry on. Some people have got a gift of the gab. For him, it was a disability. That's the... I like to share with you all a profound piece of wisdom my father was generous enough to pass on to me. Unfortunately, I can't, because around about the age of 14, I stopped listening. I stopped... I don't know. Old. Not really... I focus on the positives. That's all you can do after a while. I've got a 7-year-old daughter. She's clever, beautiful, funny to the extent that I'm not entirely sure she's mine. Genetically, it doesn't seem possible. She's tall and she's skinny and she's got a big appetite. She eats all the time. Incredible metabolism. She's either on the toilet or she's got a sandwich in her face. And which is fine, it's fine, but it's fucking killing me at the supermarket. The food bill is fucking astronomical, absolutely killing me. And I know it's wrong, but I'm hoping when she gets to be a teenager, she goes through a brief patch of anorexia, just so I can claw back some of my losses. That's all it is. And for half the week she lives with me, and the other half of the week she lives with Satan. She lives with her mum. That's very mean-spirited of me. Very mean-spirited. You know, I'm not a fan of Satan, but he doesn't deserve that sort of comparison, does he? He doesn't. I say, I'm not dating. I'm not a 43-year-old man. That's not going to go well. You don't want to be dating when you're a 43-year-old man, because your options are these. 43-year-old man, you do the socially acceptable thing, go out with a woman your own age, go out with a 43-year-old woman, it's a wonderful evening, have a fantastic night, fantastic conversation. But she's 43, so I don't want to fuck her. That's the... Or I can do the frowned upon thing. I could go out with a 30-year-old. I want to fuck her. I don't want to listen to the shit coming out of her mouth. Or I can go somewhere in between. I can go out with a woman who's 33, 34. And that is the worst case scenario. That's an incredibly tense evening. She sat there the whole time with gritted teeth. I want a baby! I want a baby! I've left it too late! I've left it late! They told me at school to focus on my career, have a family later. It was shit advice. I've left it too late. I want a baby! Give me a baby! I want a baby! I might not be capable. I'm going to need IVF. My eggs are drying up. I want a baby! I don't give a fuck about you. I want your sperm. Give me a baby. Give me the sperm. Give it to me now. I'm going to move into your house, have a baby, kick you out and claim child support payments. I want a baby. Give me a baby. She's got one hand under the table milking you, and with the other one, she's got a fucking receptacle. You think, this is not for me. Dating apps are fucking mental. Have you been on any of these dating apps? Fucking mental. Just scrolling through some of the profiles on those dating apps, and I settled on one profile. It's fine. It's a woman who's 45, 3 kids, 2 cats. It's fine. She's not made a lot of effort with the photos. She's not. She's not quite, got quite greasy hair and got some sort of vest top on, which is fine. It got bean juice or something on it. I don't know what it is. And eyes are pointing in slightly different directions, and eyebrows look like they've been drawn on by a 5-year-old with additional needs. She's fine. She's fine, and either she took the pictures while she was on holiday or she lives in a caravan. Which is fine. All that's fine, no problem with any of that. But then I read what she wrote in her profile. And she said, I want a 6'2" alpha male with a great job, nice house, nice car, ready for long-term commitment and marriage. Wow. Wow, I wrote her a message. I said, I want to play centre midfield for Barcelona. Or Real Madrid. But I've just got a feeling we're both going to end up with fuck all. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. See you all again.